Hello, hello, and good morning. It is I, Juice, Hugo, Yikes, of Resident Alien Productions. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Y'all know the whole YouTube routine. Like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications, share with your friends and your family. But today, and I know my hair probably looks a little crazier than normal, but that's the intended effect. Fuck you. But today we're gonna be talking about the first fight that I ever got into. And when I say first fight, I'm not talking about like between family or anything like that. And also this is like the first fight that I personally remember. So this goes back to when I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old. It might have been like 6, might have been 6, might have been 7, who knows. I was alright, fuck it. Look, I was between the ages of 4 and 7 to 8. I was between the ages of 4 and 7 to 8. Alright, fuck it, just work with me here. It's a long time ago. It was a very, very long time ago. I'm a fucking fossil. I'm ancient as shit. I'm a odie. Alright? Anyways, so I was between the ages of 4 to 8 or 9, and there was an elementary school behind where I lived, Skyline Elementary, and every summer they had a summer camp for the neighborhood kids. So me and my big sister, we attended Skyline Elementary's summer camp. And it was a pretty cool summer camp. We were in the camp with a bunch of kids that we knew, kids who lived in our immediate neighborhood, kids who lived in the immediate area. And we also went to camp with some kids who lived on the morning side. And we lived on the Skyline side, and that was the morning side. And so I'm gonna just give a little bit of frame of reference. There was a bit of a unspoken beef, if you will, between the Morningside side, and the Skyline side. And by unspoken beef, I mean pretty much any opportunity that they got to say fuck Skyline or fuck Morningside, they did. It just was what it was. We was little ass kids, so it wasn't nothing too serious. It was just mainly just joning or snapping or whatever y'all want to call it and shit, talking about people mother, shit like that. But throughout the summer camp, the friendly roughhousing between the Skyline side and the Morningside side, like slowly started to escalate. So it went from on the beginning of the summer camp, if there was any, as kids, you might throw shit at each other, throw erasers, erasers off the pencil and shit, paper clips and shit, ball up pieces of paper and shit, paper planes, shit like that, harmless, innocent shit you throw at each other or whatever. But as the summer progressed, those innocent things that we was throwing at each other got a little bit more and more less innocent. and by that, it went from paper balls being thrown at each other to actual rocks being thrown at each other's head. We was kids living on the edge. What can you do? Towards the end of the summer camp, summer's winding down, everyone's mentally preparing themselves to go back to school. So the summer camp structure is a bit less structured, for lack of a better word. So we just all mainly spent most of our days at this point in summer camp just hanging out in the cafeteria, playing board games and shit. Tic-tac-toe, spades, cards, all types of shit. Just regular kid fun. So on this particular day, I believe it was a Thursday. Yes, it was a Thursday. But anyway, on this particular day, I overheard what I took to be my sister having an argument with another young lady who was attending the summer camp. So my sister, she's like, she's like 4 years older than me, give or take some months, because her birthday's a little bit early. So she was anywhere between like the ages of 8 and 14, whatever, fuck you, let's just keep it going. So I overheard what I took to be her having an argument with another young lady who attended the summer camp. And then I overheard the young lady say out of her mouth those forbidden words, "Yo mama." The little 4 to 8-year-old me just could not handle that. So I fucking snapped. And the little 4 to 8 or 9-year-old me was also a good little Christian boy. So me snapping was very tame at the time. I didn't know many cuss words, and I didn't quite know how to string them together right, so I just was saying anything.
Fuck you, you shit bitch, you bitch shit, fucking shit, fuck you bitch, shit bitch.
Apparently, 49-year-old me only knew 3 cuss words. And apparently, that young lady had a little brother who attended the summer camp as well. Or honestly, I don't even know if it was a little brother. It could have just been a kid who knew her and just wasn't going for some little chubby kid cussing her out. So he comes over there and tells me to chill, and he pushes me. I've always been a bit stocky, you know. What I've missed in height, I've made up in girth at times. You know, it is what it is now. You know, I'm pretty average now. You know, my titties ain't that big. As a kid, I was a chubby kid, so when he pushed me, I was like, oh fuck this, and I pushed the shit out of him, and it was a very hearty push, and he moved a great distance backwards, and he pushed me back, and I pushed him back again, and at this point, I just allowed my rage to take over, and I just tried to grab him, put him in the headlock, and I'm just gonna choke him to death. I'm just gonna fucking squeeze the life out of this child. Me as a child, I'd fucking snapped. So I put him in the L. Snap, put him in the L.
I should not have done that.
As I said before, this was my first fight. So I wasn't, you know, privy to all the ins and outs of fighting, you know, to not shift too much of your weight on one foot, and you know, to always bob and weave and shit like that. You know, I don't know shit. I don't know nothing. I'm just going off of pure emotions. So I go forward and I attack, and I put him in the L. And apparently, this young sir was in karate classes because he performed an expert hip toss. I mean, he dropped down to his one knee. He shifted his weight, flipped me over his shoulder completely. Like, I'm talking completely and totally onto the hard linoleum floor in front of him. Bam! Fucking hit my head. I was out. Little 49-year-old me. Only shit I remember getting flipped, and I remember opening my eyes and seeing one of the camp counselors with her hand on me, and I was trying to say something, and I just drooled all the way down onto her hand. That's all I fucking remember. And then I remember getting in the ambulance. They didn't take me anywhere. I had to wait for my parents to come. It was crazy. I literally lived right in front of the school. My house was literally in front of the school. So here's the school and here was my house. So, but it's summertime, you know. Unfortunately, my parents weren't teachers and no shit like that. So they didn't have summer break off like how we did. So I had to wait for them to get off work. So I sat with wait for them to get from work, I should say. So I sat with the ambulance, the paramedics, you know, good looking. They put some water in a glove and they froze it for me and shit, and they let me put it on my head. That not only was the first fight of my life, that was also the first concussion of my life. And there would be many, 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 many more of those to come, as I would later find out. So that's the tale of the first fight I ever got into. The morals I took from it was, one, don't react strictly off of emotions, you know, because you're not going to be thinking clearly. You're not going to really be able to maneuver how you need to maneuver if you're going strictly off of emotions. Two, sometimes you need to just mind your fucking business, because realistically, I don't even know if they were actually arguing or beefing. Like, as I think back on it throughout the years, as I've thought about it, I legitimately don't know if my sister and that other girl were actually having an argument. They legit could have just been joking the fuck around, and me being green, naive, and not knowing shit, stuck my nose someplace it didn't belong, and end result was I got knocked the fuck out. You live and you learn. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. But that's it for me today. Once again, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all go ahead, check out the description. There's a link in there for my merch. You know, Mars by JCB. We got hoodies, hats, shirts, mugs, all that good shit. Link in the description. Also, link in the description to my music, Spaceman Juice. Whoa! Yikes! And I'm out.